Sound of a door slamming shut, followed by eerie silence. Sarah's voice, with a mixture of panic and disbelief. I turned around and there it was, a shadow, standing in the doorway. No face. Just darkness. And then, whisper, it said my name. I thought I was alone, but I was wrong. Dramatic pause, heartbeat sound intensifies. Stay with me, you need to hear what happened next. Soft rain outside, calming yet eerie sound begins to set the tone. My name is Sarah, and this is the story of the house I thought would bring me comfort. A house that once belonged to my grandmother. But it was never really just a house. Not in the way I thought. Pause, slight creaking of floorboards. I hadn't been there in years, but something called me back. I didn't believe in ghosts or curses. I was wrong. Footsteps echo softly, as if Sarah is walking through a house. It was late when I arrived, and the air inside felt thick with dust and time. The house, unchanged. The same dark wooden floors, the same old paintings on the walls. But there was something different about it this time. Something, watching. Soft whispering, barely audible. The house was empty, or so I thought. Creaking floorboards, wind howling softly outside. As I settled in, trying to find some comfort, the silence grew unbearable. And then, the whispers started. They were faint at first, like a memory tugging at the edge of my mind. Pause, whispers faintly grow louder. Sarah. It was just a whisper at first. But then it got louder, clearer. My name. Sound of Sarah taking a sharp breath. I looked around. Nothing. No one. I told myself it was just the house settling. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. Sound of wind picking up, the creaking of an old house in the background. That night, I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The sound of the wind outside mingling with the creaking of the walls. It should have been comforting, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone. And then, the footsteps. Heavy footsteps, slow, deliberate. I heard them, upstairs. Slow, deliberate. Someone walking around. But I was alone. Pause, Sarah's breathing grows heavier. Or at least, I thought I was. Sound of door creaking open. I got up, heart pounding. I checked the door, locked. I checked the windows, closed. But then, I saw it. Door slamming, followed by intense silence. The door. It slammed shut on its own. I froze. My pulse thundered in my ears. The room felt colder, the air thicker. Distant whisper, almost inaudible. Sarah. It whispered again. And this time, it was right behind me. Sound of Sarah gasping, panic setting in. I spun around. Nothing. But the shadow was there. A figure, standing in the doorway. No face. Just darkness. Slow, creeping footsteps in the background. I tried to scream. But no sound came out. My body paralyzed. Sound of pages turning, a book being opened, an eerie hum in the background. I backed away, stumbling to the floor, my hands searching for something, anything. And then, I saw it. A book. Grandma's book. She always kept it beside her bed, but I never paid attention to it before. I flipped it open. It was a journal. A ritual. Sound of Sarah's voice trembling. It was then that I realized the house wasn't just old. It was cursed. It had been waiting for me. For generations. My grandmother had tried to protect me from it, but she never succeeded. Eerie hum grows louder, the whispers intensify. I felt the air closing in. The house, it was alive. It was feeding on my fear, growing stronger. Heavy breathing, frantic pacing as Sarah tries to escape. I had to leave. I had to get out. I ran down the stairs, the house groaning with every step I took. The front door, I reached for the handle, but it wouldn't turn. Intense, building crescendo in sound, breathing faster, frantic footsteps. I turned. The shadow was there again. Standing in the hallway. Blocking my only way out. Pause, eerie silence, then sudden whisper. "You can't leave." The voice was clearer now. It was inside my head. Sound of Sarah panicking, her voice trembling. That's when I realized I couldn't leave. Not unless I broke the curse. Not unless I did what the book said. Sound of pages flipping frantically, ritual chanting softly in the background. I started reading aloud from the book. The words felt wrong, as if they weren't meant for anyone but the house itself. Whispers grow louder, overwhelming. The shadows swirled around me. The house was shaking. I thought I was going to die there, but I didn't stop. I couldn't. Sound of intense wind, supernatural force intensifies. And then, everything stopped. The whispers, the shadows, all of it. The house was silent. Still. Sound of deep breath, calming, yet ominous. I left the house, but the feeling, the presence didn't leave. I don't know if the curse was broken or if it simply moved on to someone else. Maybe it was always waiting for me. Pause, soft whispers begin again. To this day, I hear the whispers. Sometimes in my sleep. Sometimes when I'm alone. And when I turn around, I swear I see that shadow watching me from the corner of my eye. Sound of rain, soft heartbeat. I left Ashfield. But the house, it's still there. Watching. Waiting. For the next person who's foolish enough to think they can escape. Soft, calming voice. So, if you ever find yourself passing through Ashfield, and you see that old house at the end of the lane, remember this story. Don't go in. And don't look back. Because some things aren't meant to be left alone. Calming rain continues, fading into silence. Sleep well, if you can.